implementing the plan is the harder part, and it's going to take the next 5 years, and then we'll update the plan again. So what you can do, you can give us the comments. We'd like you to be at the adoption hearing. We want to make sure that you have an email address when you signed in, so we can, we'd like to have the same number of folks come to the Common Council meeting when we adopt this plan. I think really shows support that you participated, that this plan has your voice in it, so it's important that you be there. One of the things that is going to scare the heck out of everybody is, oh, we need $500,000 next year to implement this plan. But it is serious business, and this bike ped stuff can compete with everything else in our small, tiny little $7.5 million capital budget. So next summer when there's capital budget meetings and there's projects in there to implement this plan, we need folks to come and follow the capital budget process just like other interest groups do at the city. This year there's $50,000 in for 2013, so we'll have to sort through this and figure out what can $50,000 get us through 2013. It's not the amount that was outlined there. And then, as it says, we need a permanent committee. So we're glad we had a steering committee. Some of those folks may want to continue to serve, and that's great. But we got a great turnout tonight. We had a great turnout in June. Get involved, stay involved. And there's more bikers on that committee than pedestrians. So the pedestrian community seems to be well represented here tonight, but we'd like that on the permanent committee. So make sure that, just this invitation for you to be on this ongoing committee, because implementation is going to be key to everything.
Who is it that we speak to?
If you want to fill out on the comment form, it says, I'd like to be on the ongoing bike ped committee. Let us know. If you want to do that, talk to your council. Tonight's the way to do that.
I have forms if you need a form, and there's a box around the door to put them into on your way out.
And I always say that public transit and bicycles reduce traffic, and so it saves more money than it costs. So we need to always stress that when they're going through the budget.
Okay, there were some other people who had a question. Yeah, give me this.
I was wondering if there has been any attention or focus on unmarked intersections in general within the city. Just wondering if that's been an issue or a concern at all. Or are unmarked intersections just in lower traffic areas where they don't need to be marked at all?
Well, one of the things we put on there was that there ought to be a policy for crosswalks, and I don't know that the city has a real solid policy right now.
But not just for crosswalks, but for yield signs.
Oh,
just bare intersections.
Oh, you mean without with no traffic control devices, no uncontrolled intersections?
Correct. Yeah, all over the south side. I mean, you just don't know what to do. There's just nothing there. Just wondering if there's been any attention drawn towards that issue.
The ones that we have identified are the ones where we got the complaints. And the complaints were mostly crossing the major streets, crossing Losey, crossing West, crossing Morgan Cooley. Those are the places where we need to start. On a very local street, maybe we don't need traffic control, or maybe putting in a little mini circle in the middle will be enough to get cars to slow down. There are various things you can do. A lot of those local street ones are complaint driven. So when the people in that community say, there's cars going through here and I feel very unsafe and my kids are feeling safe, to the extent that they squeak, those wheels get greased first. And so that's how those things happen.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
If they were traffic volume oriented or complaint oriented.
They should be probably, well, traffic volumes are where we make the big streets are the ones where we have the problems. Those are the ones we put on the map. Sure. The local ones are the people who live there know. And it's sometimes the volume is important, but sometimes it's just sight distance. Sometimes it's a whole bunch of kids happen to live there. Whatever the thing is, it'll vary from place to place. And the people who live there know that better than I do, better than Murray does, better than Matt does. We need that input from the community to be able to do that. Sure. Yes, sir.
I'm sure you misspoke when you said your job as a traffic engineer is to move cars, attract the pristine people.
Thank you. You're absolutely right. I did misspeak. But I was trained to move cars. Yeah, right. But that was 50 years ago. I got my training. So no, you're right. And I learned the hard way. Or not even the hard way. I learned the good way. By working in the city of Chicago, that I had to move everybody. And that's maybe why I got to start doing bikes and peds and all the other things. The way I